What's going on YouTube? This is the SG1 Wrestling channel, and we are bringing back an old channel, bringing it back from the dead. I used to do WWE videos a long time ago, gaming videos, and it's time to start back. If you're new to the channel, I've got the Sports Gaming 1 channel where I do a lot of college football videos, and then the SG1 Sports channel where I talk about real life sports, mostly college football. But yeah, we're going to do a lot of WWE gaming, not just with this game, maybe some of the older games. So let's kick off our WWE 2K18 My Universe. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the draft. And this is going to be something I think is going to be really fun, really cool. And we're going to bring back the Monday Night Wars. We're going to have WCW versus WWE. And they can't both be on Mondays. We're going to have a Monday and Tuesday show here in My Universe. And this will expand into the future. I have big plans for this. We're going to start it off pretty simple, pretty basic. But again, we will expand. There'll probably be new shows coming later on and just stuff like that. But I don't want to get into that too much right now because we're really just going to focus on the draft. Okay, so I've just added a few people because you have to have 10 on each show. So these are the champions. This is how I've set it up to begin. We've got on Raw, we've got the Raw Tag Team Champions. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the Raw Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. And then over on WCW, we've got Macho Man Randy Savage as the WCW United States Champion. The Fabulous Freebirds, the Tag Team Champions. Sting is the World Heavyweight Champion. And as we begin this series, we're going to go with the oldest persona for each person. So we're going to go with the very first Sting. We're going to go with the very first Undertaker, stuff like that. And our characters will evolve as the series continues. Brock Lesnar is the WWE Champion. The Miz is the Intercontinental Champion. And Alundra Blaze is the WWE Women's Champion. There is no WCW Women's Champion, so we're just going to have to settle for that. She's over on WCW. So there you go. You have the champions now. Let's now begin our draft. We're going to decide who goes on what show. And we're going to go with the traditional WWE guys on the Raw show. And then on Nitro, we're going to have, the original, the classic WCW characters. And then we're also going to add some people from the current day WWE that maybe aren't really getting the push that I think they deserve. And we're going to put them on WCW and give them the attention that they deserve. So let's get right to it. And all right, AJ Styles, you think, okay, you got to put him on WWE, but he began his career in WCW. A lot of people maybe don't realize that. So we're going to actually put AJ Styles on Nitro. So there you go, first draft pick, if you will. And we're going to skip through here. Alexa Bliss, would definitely want her on Raw. And we're going to go through and get the people that I really want on here, and then maybe go back and add, see how many we have. For now, we're probably not going to go with Sanity. We may add them later. All right, Alicia Fox, perfect example of somebody that just is ignored on Raw. So we're going to put her on WCW because we got to get some women on WCW somehow. There aren't really any women, from that era. We have Alundra Blaze. Andre the Giant. Let's go ahead and put him on Raw. And yeah, we're going to be doing Legends. We're going to be doing, if you somehow have been with this channel, I used to have the channel a long time ago. Didn't have a lot of subscribers when I ended things because I had started a new channel. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. But we had something called Legends Wrestling, and there is Asuka. We're putting her on WCW since she hasn't really made her WWE debut besides NXT. Let's see, Bayley, we will put her on Raw. I was tempted to put her on WCW because she hasn't, she's starting to kind of get buried a little bit. Becky Lynch, another one that's hasn't been doing too much. But we're gonna keep her on Raw for now. And you're gonna see people change shows as well. For example, we're gonna start with Razor Ramon and Diesel on Raw, but at some point during this series, you may see them turn into Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and invade WCW, kind of like real life. Definitely, I think we want to put the New Day on Raw. Big Show. Okay, so we've got two different Big Shows. So we're going to go with the old Big Show. Because again, we're going to start with the older characters first if they have more than one character on here. Booker T. Oh, we got to get Bobby Roode, I think. It's tough to decide. I think we're going to just go ahead and put him on Raw for now. We'll see what kind of opportunities he gets. You know, maybe if he's not getting the opportunities he deserves, we'll move him over to WCW. We're going to go with Booker T on WCW. That's where, you know, he made a name for himself. Braun Strowman will definitely be on Raw. You see the power rankings. I haven't messed with that yet. I may adjust it, but right now he is number 1. Bray Wyatt. That's a tough one. We may come back to him. All right, so we've got two different Bret Harts. That's going to be the WCW one. This one is going to be, I guess, the WWE or the WWF one. So because that's the first persona on here, we will put him on Raw. There's Brock Lesnar, our WWE champion. How about Cactus Jack from '92? That means he lands on WCW. Sheamus and Cesaro I've already put on Raw. Charlotte, I suppose we'll put on Raw. Chris Jericho, you know, they don't have the old Chris Jericho from WCW. They got the 2000 Chris Jericho. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put him on WCW because that's where he began. Even though they don't have that character, we're going to do it anyways. Oh, it looks like I put him on Raw. I meant to put him on WCW. So again, I think this is going to be really cool when you see exactly how this is going to play out. I'll get to that in just a minute. Daniel Bryan, all right, they won't let him wrestle in WWE, so guess what? He's going to come over to WCW. And we're going to see which show gets the most attention, gets the most views, the most likes. It's going to be like a Monday Night War kind of. How about the Revival? Let's put them on WCW. But you know injuries were part of why they didn't get to do much. We've already got DDP on WCW. Dean Ambrose is on Raw. Diesel going to Raw. And remember, at some point in this series, we'll see Scott Hall and Kevin Nash move over to WCW just like they did in real life. Dusty Rhodes, the late, great Dusty Rhodes. Let's put him on WCW. Trying to get a lot of legends on WCW, if you can't tell. Eddie Guerrero, another one that began. I say began, you know, everybody didn't. He made a name for himself, I guess you would say, in WCW. I think he actually began in ECW. Edge. I was trying to decide, do I want to do Edge and Christian? We're not going to do the tag team right now. We may add that later. For now, we're just going to put Edge on Raw. Edge is one of my favorites of all time, by the way. And again, you're seeing me scroll through some people. We may see them come in later. And we've got two different Finn Balor's. I hate that that's two totally different characters. And you would think that the Demon would be the higher overall. The Demon is a 92. The regular one is 93. What if we put one on Raw and one on WCW? That would be interesting. Now, we're just going to go with the original Finn Balor. And again, you're going to see some surprises and some twists and turns on this show. If you stay with it, I promise you will be entertained. But it's going to start off, you know, a little bit slow as we kind of build the rivalries. and the characters. Not really going to do anything with the cruiserweights right now. How about Hideo Itami? He's kind of, been buried on NXT. Let's go ahead and put him on WCW. Jacqueline, we'll put her, she was on both, but we're going to put her on WCW because, again, we have to find some women for WCW somehow. We'll go ahead and put the Usos, I suppose. They've really come on as of late. Put them on Raw. Got the Fabulous Freebirds on WCW. Let's get Jimmy now. John Cena, let's see, the oldest John Cena we have is 06. So that is the John Cena we will use, and obviously he's going to be on Raw. Gotta go with Kane as well. Putting him on Raw. And I wanted to kind of keep it, I didn't want to have too many people on each show because I wanted to leave plenty of room for debuts later on. How about Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows? We're going to actually put them on WCW. It's a shame that they have not had a chance, a championship reign over on Raw. How about the Von Erichs? We'll put them on WCW as well. Got to get some tag teams on there. Hold on, did I? Okay. So I want to, anybody that you see me skipping over, and if you want to see a certain person on a certain show, leave a comment down below and let me know who you want to see where. Kofi Kingston, got to get him on Raw with the rest of the New Day. And how about the Ascension, man? They were so good on NXT, and they've just been completely buried the way they've used them on Raw. So they're going to get a new chance on WCW. Kurt Angle, add him to Raw. And already I can tell we're going to have a lot more people than I wanted to have. These rosters are filling up quick. How about Lex Luger over to WCW? And just to make it interesting, we're going to put Lita and Trish on WCW. I know they never wrestled there, but again, we've got to get somebody on that women's roster. We've already got Alundra Blaze and Jacqueline. Luke Gallows also going to head over to Nitro. Luke Harper, man, I tell you what, I think that they are not using him the right way in WWE. I think he has a chance to be an absolute superstar, a world champion. So we're going to give him an opportunity on WCW. Michael P.S. Hayes, part of the Fabulous Freebirds on WCW. Mickie James. Oh, man. Let's go ahead. We're going to put her on WCW as well. There's so many young women wrestlers that we're already using on Raw. All right, The Miz already on Raw. Mr. Perfect. I realized he was Kurt Hennig in WCW, but we're still going to put him on WCW. Naomi, I suppose, we'll keep on Raw. And same with Natalya. And again, we could see in the future some of these superstars change shows and things like that. We're going to save Nia Jax. She'll make a debut at some point later. Nikki Bella. You know, I think we skipped over Brie. Let's go ahead and put the Bella Twins on Raw. Okay, so we're going to come back here and go back and get Brie. So the women's division on Raw is, you know, pretty full. And there's Paige. You know, we haven't seen her on Raw in a long time. Why not put her on WCW? You see the roster sizes are pretty close right now. Randy Orton, I've already put him on Raw. Randy Savage on Nitro. Razor Ramon, we're going to put on Raw for now. And that's the key there. Ric Flair on Nitro. Rob Van Dam, that's an interesting one. I definitely want him on here. Let's put him on WCW. And you can see the matches, the potential for these matches coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to put The Rock on Raw, obviously. Roman Reigns, let's just leave him off, right? Nah, we'll put him on there. Sami Zayn, there's a guy that doesn't get the opportunities he deserves on WWE. And you know what? Rusev as well. Which way do we want to put Rusev? I don't know. I'm torn on this one. Let's put him over on WCW. Why not? Samoa Joe, you know, doesn't have much time in WWE. We're going to put him on Nitro as well. Sasha Banks is our Raw Women's Champion. Scott Dawson of the Revival. We got to complete that team. So we're going to put him on WCW. Shawn Michaels, already on Raw. We got him set. Sheamus on Raw. Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see, which show has more spots? Right now, Nitro has more, so we're going to put him on Raw. That's how we're going to decide that one. And we've got the old school Sting here on Nitro. And check this out. We've got stunning Steve Austin over on WCW. Because that's where we're going to start him out. Later on, you may see him become Stone Cold and move to WWE. How about Summer Rae? Doesn't get much of a chance in WWE. We'll give her a chance on Nitro. Psycho Sid, you know, he was, I don't think he ever used, actually we got him on Nitro. I've already done him, so yeah, we'll put him on Nitro. Tamina, there's another woman for WCW. So the WCW roster's, you know, actually ahead of WWE right now. And again, we're going to do something with the cruiserweights at a later date. Triple H, the oldest persona we have, is 98. So we're going to put him on Raw. Trish, we're going to put on WCW. Already talked about that. Ty Dillinger, there's a guy that just really hasn't gotten off in WWE. We'll put him in WCW. Tyson Kidd's on this game. I didn't even know he was on here. Ultimate Warrior, there's one that has been in both. We're going to put him in WWE. And Undertaker, which one do we want? We want the old Undertaker. over on Raw. Vader on WCW. Victor, to complete the ascension, is going to head over to WCW. That's going to give them 44. Xavier Woods going to head over to Raw to complete the New Day. And that's it. So we've got 42 on Raw, 44 on Nitro. Well, let's make it an even 45. So we're going to add one more to WCW, and we're going to add 3 more to Raw. So who should we add here? And we're just going to make it totally random. First, we're going to do the Raw pick. We're going to scroll through here. I'm going to close my eyes. 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to go down and do the same thing. 3, 2, 1. And we get Ravishing Rick Rude heading over to WCW. So that's kind of like the way they do it. All right, we're going to do the same thing now. This time we're going to do 3 for WWE. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be, well, he's part of the team. We're not going to do him. It's going to be, I don't know who it's going to be. Sin Cara? Why not? He won, so I'm not sure how long his run in WWE is going to last, but this is going to be totally random. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time whenever we count it down, we're going to go up and set it down. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to see, I'm not going to do anybody that's on a team. TJP, well, we're not doing cruiserweight, so we'll go on up to Titus O'Neil, and he now goes to Raw. And I guess you got to complete the Titus brand and go with Apollo Crews. So he's going to be the final one. I don't know if those guys will be used very much, honestly. May turn into jobbers. I don't know. We'll see. So now we've got 45 on both shows. Really a lot more than I wanted to do. But we'll be adding people and taking people away. The universe is always going to be changing. If you stick with this, I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of twists and turns. We're going to let the game decide a lot of it. I will do some of it myself. But as far as setting up the rivalries and things like that on each show, you're not going to see that. That's going to be behind the scenes. You're just going to see the show play out. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some views on here and start building up this brand new channel. It's going to be tough in the beginning. Obviously not many subscribers here right now, but hopefully we will add more in the future. But okay, there you go. We've set up our universe. The draft is complete. And we will begin our next episode. We will kick things off with Monday Night Raw. So watch for that video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Wrestling YouTube channel.